Hello, this is Jeff Bellinger here for another 2 Minute on Tuesday. A little dreary out today. Cold weather forecast for the next couple weeks, so hopefully this spring will show up at some time, or it looks like we're probably just going to jump right into summer. Wanted to talk to you today about an article that I keep seeing pop up, and it has importance here in Illinois because the state legislature is doing absolutely nothing about it right now. And it's a key thing that you want to probably pay attention to and take a look at. You're going to see a lot of articles being written about the pharmaceutical industry and the gag clauses they have. There's an entity usually in between the insurance company and the pharmacist called a pharmaceutical benefit manager, and they have written into most of their contracts what's called a gag clause. And that gag clause really prohibits the pharmacist from letting the employer, the person, the consumer, know that there's a cheaper alternative to what they're purchasing at the pharmacy. Some examples that you'll see in these articles, it talks about one person paying $90 when there's a $25 option. The biggest thing that they're concentrating in is a lot of times the prescription would be less if the person just paid cash versus paying their copay. These pharmaceutical benefit managers have these gag clauses in there because the industry is a $235 billion industry, and they're trying to obviously protect their revenue sources. But there are other alternatives. I know from personal experience, when you go to the pharmacy, sometimes you're in sticker shock when they tell you the cost, but it's an easy question to ask. Are there other alternatives? If you instigate those questions, they have to answer them. Sometimes you might need to discuss it again with your doctor to find out what the other alternatives might be. But the consumer should be reaching out and finding out if there's other alternatives or what the payment would be if they paid in cash, because it's getting quite common now where it could be cheaper either with a different drug or by paying cash instead of paying it through the insurance or paying the co-payment through the insurance. You're going to see these articles because I think to date 14 states have now enacted legislation that prohibits these gag clauses. Illinois is not on the radar here though, so it's important because I know a lot of our clients here are located locally in Illinois, and you're going to want to educate your employees about this because it could save them quite a bit of money, especially those on maintenance medications. I'll link an article here at the bottom of the page to one of the most recent ones. We'll keep you up to date on this if we see anything going through the Illinois legislature. We're also not seeing anything really on a federal level yet, but again, if we see that pop up, we'll let you know. It's certainly something that everyone can reach out to their Illinois legislature representatives and let them know they'd like to see this. Have a great week. Hopefully it warms up here, and we'll talk to you next week. Thanks.